Good morning, everybody. Matt Modi here with the Dong Report, where I give out my favorite MLB home run picks of the day. So we're talking Saturday, August 3rd. Happy Saturday, happy weekend. Everybody, I'm going to have 7 home run predictions for you guys to lock in. I personally play these as a round robin. Some people pick and choose and just play the ones that they like straight up. However you want to play it, it's totally cool with me. I play these as a round robin. As for yesterday, we did get 1 home run to mash. Thank you to Corey Seager. He ended up hitting 2. Of course, we only had him for 1, but he was the only one that came through with the home run yesterday. So we didn't get any of our profit back because we just got 1. You live by the round robin, you die by the round robin. Unfortunately, yesterday we died by it because we didn't get any of our money back with the 1 home run. So down 1.05 units yesterday. On the entire season, the Dong Report has been hit or miss, but the round robins specifically have been really good. So I've been doing round robins since the end of June, since about June 22nd, and we're up about 14 units specifically on the round robins. And I wasn't doing them every day, which I have been doing now, so the time frame is a little bit wonky. But since, again, June 22nd is when I first did a home run round robin, up over 14 units. Now, if you include the round robin plus the official Dong Report, where I originally just put like 3 straight up, we're up a little bit over a unit. So that looks a little bit less good than the round robins specifically, but these have been on fire. Now, yesterday wasn't our day. We did have a profitable day on Thursday, so that's just kind of how things go. And then on Monday, we got 4. We're up like 6 units on Monday. So hopefully we can have another day like that. And let's get right into it. Just remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel, like, comment, all that stuff. But play number 1. We're going with Vladimir Guerrero Jr. to hit a home run. We went with him yesterday. He's the only player that we had yesterday that we also have today. But even though he didn't hit a home run yesterday, I feel pretty comfortable going back to him today. He's got a great matchup to hit one. And even though he didn't hit a home run yesterday, he still crushed the baseball. He got a double. Just couldn't quite get it out of the stadium. And if you look at his stats since the MLB returned from the All-Star break, he's been absolutely on fire. It's since July 19th. He's been incredible. He's hit 7 home runs since July 19th, which is an incredible number. 7 home runs in what, like a little over 2 weeks is crazy. He's hitting 400 in that stretch with a 1.060 slugging. For reference, slugging normally you don't see those start with 1. That's amazing. A 650 WOBA, that's amazing, and a 1.634 OPS. Normally a good OPS is like 900. Those numbers are just absurd across the board. And he's got a great matchup to hit one today against Carlos Rodon of the Yankees. He's who we like to call a dong ball pitcher, meaning he gives up a lot of home runs, and a pitcher that you want to target for home runs. Shout out to someone in my Discord who came up with that name. I cannot take it for myself, but I loved it, so now I'm using it on the YouTube channel. And hopefully for Rodon, he's been a dong ball pitcher. Hopefully that continues today. He's in his last 10 starts, which is what I like to look at for pitchers. Like, give me their last 10 starts. That generally makes up about 2 months. That's a long sample size. And stuff that happened at the beginning of the year might not always matter. In his last 10 starts, he has a home run per 9 of 2.19. That's terrible. For reference, that 10-start span starts on June 5th. That's like his 10th start ago. That's the 3rd worst home run per 9 of all pitchers since June 5th. In that same stretch, he's allowing the 3rd worst barrel rate and the 5th worst fly ball rate. So he's allowing batters to barrel the ball up and put the ball in the air. Vlad has been barreling the ball up like crazy. He's got over a 20% barrel rate since the return of the All-Star break. So that's a death sentence going up against someone like Vlad, who's able to smash the baseball while also barreling it up. So hopefully he's able to barrel one, get that bad boy out of the stadium. That's play number 1. Play number 2, I'm taking Jo Adell of the Angels. Probably not a lot of people have heard of Adele, and I'm not talking about the singer. He's a center fielder for the Angels. And really, for this play, it's a matchup play for Jo Adell. He's the type of hitter that you only really want to target when he's facing left-handed pitchers. And that's what's happening today. He's facing David Peterson of the Mets, who's not a terrible pitcher, but he is a lefty. And he's a lefty that Jo Adell should have the advantage over. And his splits against lefties versus righties is crazy. And he's barely seen any lefties. It's 74 plate appearances. So that's a very small number compared to 267 plate appearances against righties. I'm not good at doing math off the top of my head. That's almost 200 more plate appearances against righties versus lefties. Looking at his stats, he's hit 7 home runs against lefties compared to 9 against righties. Again, 7 home runs in 74 plate appearances versus 9 home runs in 267 plate appearances. That's crazy. His ISO rate on the entire season, specifically against left-handed pitching, 382. It's 140 against righties. It's dramatic splits, the difference between him going up against a righty and a lefty. And looking at Peterson, he is not a dong ball pitcher. Admittedly, he's not someone that you say, oh, you want to target him for home runs. He's a contact kind of ground ball sinker type of pitcher. Odell actually has really good stats against those types of pitches. He has good stats against sinkers, sliders, and changeups. That makes up like 75% of the pitch mix for Peterson. He doesn't hit fastballs well. He hits the other stuff well, the off-speed stuff, and he hits them for power. That's perfect going up against a guy like David Peterson. That's the type of pitches that he throws. And Adele, he has not seen a ton. Looking at his last 30 days, he hasn't seen a ton of lefties recently, but the ones he has seen, he's mashed. So let's hope that continues today. Next up, we're going to have 2 players on the Mariners, and Randy Arozarena and Cal Raleigh, both of them to hit home runs. Reminder, if you are tailing the round robin, you will need to place this same game parlay as a completely separate bet. I say this every video, so I don't want to get into it, but I play these on FanDuel, and FanDuel doesn't actually place the bet of 2 guys on the same team, so you need to place them separately. But I love targeting both of these batters. They mash left-handed pitching. They're going up against a Phillies team that is completely imploding. They allowed like what, a bunch of 4 home runs yesterday, if not more. Phillies have been terrible recently, and these 2 have been hitting pretty well, and they annihilate lefties. Now the opener for the Phillies is Orion Kerkering, who is a right-handed pitcher, and they have Kobe Allard as the primary. Allard is the lefty, so admittedly these 2 batters, their first time around, they're not going to see Colby Allard, so hopefully they get a couple at-bats against him after that. And even if it ends up being the Phillies bullpen after only 1 at-bat against Allard, the Phillies bullpen has been terrible recently, so that's not necessarily something to be scared of. And they have some lefties in their bullpen that they essentially have to use. But if they do get matched up against Allard, both Arozarena and Cal Raleigh should have a massive, massive advantage against him. Again, he's a lefty pitcher. Both Cal Raleigh and Randy Arozarena annihilate left-handed pitching. Cal Raleigh, 106 plate appearances against lefties, 10 home runs in those 110 plate appearances. That's really good. 306 plate appearances, so almost triple against right-handed pitching, to only 13 home runs. That's not good. His ISO rate against lefties, 33.3%. Very good number. Against righties, 18.1%. Not a good number. Very similar to Randy Arozarena. Granted, not as dramatic, but Arozarena is still much better against lefties. ISO rate of 26.3% against lefties, up from 15.5% against righties. Allard pitched decently in his last start for the Phillies, but he did allow a baseball to get annihilated, crushed. Let's hope one of these 2, if not both of them, can do that today. That is pick number 3 and 4. Pick number 5, I'm taking CJ Abrams to hit a home run, a player for the Nationals going up against the Brewers. Now, he did just hit one yesterday. That does scare people off. I don't really look at that a ton. I just try to isolate the matchup and then just in general see if they're hitting well. So him hitting one yesterday specifically isn't going to make me want to completely avoid him today. We've seen a ton of Jabroni, random batters go back-to-back this year. And Abrams, looking at him, he started off the year really hot. Then he kind of went on a cold spell in the month of June and the beginning of July. And it looks as though he's heating back up and getting out of that slump that he's been on. He did hit a home run yesterday, his first home run since the middle of July. And then he also had a double in his previous game on July 31st. So he had August 1st off. So it's double, 1 game, day off, then home run yesterday. And then he hit another double on July 29th. Those are his only 3 extra base hits since the All-Star game, and they've happened in 3 of his last 4 games. He's got 8 hard hits in his last 4 games. He's got 1 barrel in his last 4 games as well. So he's been better. The reason we're targeting him today, though, is because of the pitching matchups going up against Aaron Savale of the Brewers, another dong ball pitcher. Absolutely a dong ball pitcher. One of the worst home run pitchers in terms of allowing them in the MLB. And that's continued. He went from the Rays to the Brewers. That's continued. Of all pitchers that have thrown at least 100 innings, he's got the 2nd worst home run per 9 at 1.75. You want to look at his last 10 starts. He also has a home run of exactly 1.75. So he has not gotten 1 centimeter, 1 millimeter, 1 iota better over his last 10 starts compared to the entire season. Now, you could say he hasn't gotten worse. I'm a glass half full kind of guy, meaning he hasn't gotten better. And then you want to look at his starts that he's made as a member of the Brewers. So he's made 5 starts since he's been traded to the Brewers. Home run per 9 of 2.14 in those 5 starts. He's gotten smoked. The problem with Savale is allowing batters to put the ball in the air against him. He's got the 8th lowest ground ball rate in the MLB, again, of all pitchers that have thrown at least 100 innings. So batters that can put the ball in the air, he's allowing batters to consistently be able to put the ball in the air. Slightly worse against left-handed hitters such as CJ Abrams. Pretty confident Abrams is going to be able to go back-to-back, cashing one out for us. That's pick number 5. Pick number 6 and 7 are both members of the Padres. So this is another same game parlay that you will need to place separately. Now, if you're in my dub club, which I'll explain a little bit at the end, I detail all this out. If you want to tail the round robin, and that's how you want to play it, the way that I play it, you have to place 3 separate bets. Bet number 1 is the full 7-leg round robin. You go to FanDuel, you put all 7 batters in a round robin, you play it for 0.05 units times 2. You're going to see that there are 19 bets placed. Bet number 20 is the Mariners, same game parlay. Bet number 21 is the Padres, same game parlay. There should be 21 total bets placed when you play a round robin 7 legs times 2. Now, looking at these 2 batters, Profar, he's not someone that has a ton of pop. He's not going to wow you like an Aaron Judge, just hitting absolute nukes. But this year specifically, he's been criminally underrated with how good he's been, specifically looking at home runs. And also, we get him on a nice break because he should have hit one yesterday. He got robbed. He hit one that would have been a home run if the center fielder didn't jump over the wall and catch it. Bretton Doyle of the Rockies robbed him of a home run. Hopefully, he's able to hit one today to right the wrongs from yesterday. Not that we had him yesterday. That would have been brutal if we did. We did not. Let's hope he does hit one today. Profar's got an ISO rate of 24.8% since July 1st, a barrel rate of 14.5% in that same stretch, hitting 7 home runs. Since July 1st, he's been really, really good. And Machado also seems as though he's heating up. Now, this is admittedly a tiny sample size, but Machado has hit 4 home runs in his last 5 games. He hit one yesterday. He's got at least 2 hard hits in every single game in his last 5 as well. And the Rockies pitcher, Tanner Gordon, is the dong balliest pitcher of all of the dong ball pitchers that I am talking about today. Now, it's a small sample size. He's made 3 starts this season in the MLB. In those 3 starts, he's given up a total of 6 home runs. Now, he did all 6 of them. He allowed all 6 of them in the first 2 starts. His third one, his most recent start, he went 6 innings, didn't give up a home run. Still kind of got rocked in that start, giving up 4 earned runs. And then his 8 starts this year in AAA, he also had an issue allowing the dong ball. So just because he didn't allow one yesterday, or not yesterday, his last start, does not make me think that he is coming out of a corner and rounding into form. I feel very good about the Padres hitting a bunch of nukes against him today. Hopefully it's Profar and Machado. And then also as a separate play, sprinkle a little bit, maybe 0.2 units on Kyle Higashioka to hit a home run. Very juicy odds. I like him to hit a home run as well. I didn't want to put him in the round robin because his odds are so good that he's worth a separate dart throw. But I did like him to hit a home run. But that is all we got. 7 batters to hit home runs for today. If we can get 2 of Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Joe Adell, Randy Arozarena, Cal Raleigh, CJ Abrams, Jurickson Profar, and Manny Machado, 2 of them to hit a home run, we will be in the profit for the day. If we can get more than that, we will be very much in the profit for the day. And that is all we got. Again, 7 players on Dong Watch. Remember to like the video. Remember to comment on the video. Would appreciate it if you could subscribe if you are not already. And if you've made it this far, I do have a Dub Club where I send all my plays out for $5 a month. Dub Club, if you're unfamiliar, it's a platform where people like me can send people like you picks. $5 a month gets sent directly to your phone. So if you're interested in that, check it out. If not, no sweat. But I do appreciate everybody for watching, and have a good one.